Hello, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack. We've had a pretty rough week. A series of short and fairly futile runs. They haven't even got very far. My feeling is that this is the balance for the pretty long runs we had before. Barome the Great, of course, got to several episodes, and even Tobiles, who seemed like he was completely powerless, managed to survive for several episodes. And there has to be a balance somewhere. I think this is it. But that has to break sooner or later, so we'll just keep plugging away, and at some point we'll have another decent run. Maybe today will be the one. So, we've had a mixed bag of melee and spellcasting characters recently. I still feel like the spellcasters are probably the best candidates, but we're going to do something a little different and play as a sorcerer. It's a while since we last attempted a sorcerer for one very simple reason. He starts only with a mass of potions, which frankly I find to be a bit balls. Not my favourite of the starting loadouts, I have to say. So, tweaked his stats a little bit. I prefer higher constitution, but I feel like dexterity is important, because if we have to rely on hitting things, that's going to have a significant impact. And of course we want his magical abilities at max, on the assumption that he's going to find some spell books at some point. So here we go, Mathiam the Reformed. Let's do it. Okay, so armour straight away, metal armour is not a good find for a spellcaster class. Managed to club that goblin down with one hit. I'll take the whistle. Not really bothered about it, but I'll take it. As you've probably seen in my recent spellcaster-based runs, I have been leaning towards using a dagger when I find one early on. Oh, this guy actually starts with the dagger anyway, so let's just drop that crappy one that we just picked up and use our starting dagger, which might well be cursed, but it's at least more effective in combat, I think. Are we running into an enchanted club, or is it an invisible enemy? I guess it's invisible. Do we have any throwable potions? Potion of acid might work. Okay, so we killed one of them with a potion of acid. Come on, pet. Alright. I'm not happy that I wasted the potion like that. Well, I mean, I didn't waste it in that it had the desired effect, but no, I didn't want the club. Get rid of it. But I feel like it might have been better used against a stronger enemy, or perhaps a bigger group of enemies. But considering just one of them posed a serious threat, I really needed to do something to thin out the hordes of advancing enemies there. Gonna leave the bow and arrows for familiar reasons. We did find a ring there, so it would be nice to identify that as early as possible, see if it's something actually worth having. Really need my cat to help me out here. I'm pretty much, as with all the spellcasting characters, I'm pretty much relying on my cat to do a lot of the fighting for me early on. Because it's a lot more competent at combat than we are at this early stage. So, gonna have a rest. Starting to feel hungry, which is unfortunate since we so far haven't found any meat. Okay. Sky blue potion. Could be good, but it's not really what I was looking for. Wand could be very handy. Okay, I'll try and bait the cat into fighting the kobold for me. And there's another one on the other side, so obviously we're going to need to deal with that. I'll eat the pear, since we are getting hungry. And we've got another pear, and some innards. Do we have an apple to deal with the innards? We do. Right, I'll eat the pear. I'll hang on to the innards, and we can always use that apple if necessary. Very tempting to try rubbing the lamp. As you well know, if you're a regular viewer, I always encounter evil genies, but people do insist that there's such a thing as a good genie. The last time I took a gamble on this, it was, as predicted, evil. But I'm going to have a try. You never know. Live dangerously. Nothing. It just made me oily. So it's just a bog standard lamp. It's not a genie lamp at all. Which means for a couple of minutes we might find ourselves dropping our dagger quite a lot. We're getting hungry again already, so I think I am going to eat the kobold innards and the apple. Okay, another potion. Not really doing very well on all these pickups at this point. Yeah, we dropped our dagger thanks to the oil that came out of the lamp. Which is, of course, the other downside. I think we've recovered. Judging by that message up there that says you feel you could keep a better hold, I think we've now de-oiled our hands. Of course, we've got another lamp here. Can't tell the difference between them, evidently, so I don't know which one I've already rubbed and which I haven't. So I'll just leave that alone for now. Oh, another kobold? This first couple of floors, really, really busy this time. Kill the jackal while it's sleeping by poking it in the buttock. I will eat the jackal meat, of course, since we've been running into some hunger problems so far. With all these potions, I should start throwing some of them at enemies. Unclear what that one was, ironically, for a clear potion. Potion of paralysis is pretty good. Okay. Obviously not going to take the dagger, but I will take the innards and immediately stuff them in my greedy mouth. So we're full, and need to make a mental note not to eat any more innards, at least for a little while. Don't gorge yourself too much. Whatever your name was. I've forgotten his name already. What is it? Mathiam. Right. Any meat on the rat? Seems not. Could drink this. Let's give it a go. Oh, of course it's a nymph. Alright. Do we have another paralysis? We have confusion. Let's lob a potion of confusion at her. And try equipping our staff so we at least have some sort of weapon to take her down with. And that gave us a bonus level. It's kind of interesting that the Sorcerer has dual wield as a potential skill. Makes me think he's meant to be played as sort of a spell sword, as it would be known in some games. Or what I think of as mage tank, because that was the first term I ever heard for it. Okay, mycology. You can make healing potions from red mushrooms. Could be good, but honestly I don't find that many red mushrooms, generally. Not loads of them. Battle magery, metal equipment has a lower penalty on spellcasting. Might be worth taking, because it would allow us to use decent weapons. Weapon precision. Considering that at the moment we're relying mainly on melee combat, I'm going to go with weapon precision at this point. Oh, did we score 2 level ups? Well, in that case, I also take battle magery. What was she carrying? Just our dagger. Disappointing. Yeah, I think battle magery might work on the assumption, again, not necessarily a well-founded assumption, that we will actually find a spellbook at some point. I didn't want to pick up a crude short sword. Okay. This might be an opportunity to try out our jeweled wand. Okay, so it's polymorph. That's actually not bad. Of course, it does have the potential to go badly wrong, but it's actually usually pretty decent. You can turn some nasty enemies into some pretty weak enemies. Oh, shit! Oh, okay. I'm surprised it didn't hurt us more than it did. Alright, let's kill this guy in his sleep. Well, wake him up and then kill him while he's awake. You'd be a terrible assassin, Mathiam. Alright. Considering we started off with a load of potions, we seem to be mainly finding potions, which is a weird turn of events. I think our pet's died, so we can no longer rely on him. Kind of an issue. I'm going to take weapon precision again, because we're so much being a fighter at the moment. I'm going to have to kill this rat. I'm going to try polymorph on this, see if it helps. That's probably worse, frankly. At least in the case of the dwarf. And the dwarf was apparently impervious to our re-polymorphing of him. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. Alright. Do we have something Healy? We've got one healing potion. Right, I'm going to try the polymorph again. But I think we have 2 healing potions, actually. But use one is what I was getting at. Okay. We have snake meat, so I'll eat that. We are full already, so that was probably an unnecessary risk, but it paid off. Or at least it didn't fail to pay off, if you see what I mean. Okay. Scroll is okay. Now we have a level of battle magery. I suppose we could go with a better metal weapon, but it is kind of a gamble. We need to identify them, of course, and at the moment we have no means to do so. Unless one of these is an identify. Yeah, we do have a ring and a couple of lamps that I'd like to identify, so let's give this a go. Nothing. And enchant. Oh, God. It was a cursed enchant. So I think the dagger has now been cursed. And nothing. Well, not having the best of luck so far, then. Alright, I'm going to try polymorphing these assholes. Not great. Probably better, but not amazingly so. Use the other potion of healing, I guess. I think we're going to die here. We don't have much else that we can use to get out of this. Could throw a potion of paralysis at these two. Kill the bat? No. So what were we carrying? Gas stone could have been useful. A couple of bog standard oil lamps. -1 ring of magic regeneration. I don't know whether that would actually remove our magic or just regenerate it slower. That varies from cursed item to cursed item. We'd actually completely expended our wand of polymorph, so that couldn't have saved us. Yeah, we were pretty much buggered there. There wasn't a lot that could have got us out of there. Extra healing would have helped, but that's really the only thing we had there that might have changed the outcome. So, let's start over. I think the Sorceress is the one who starts with Absorb Curse as a spell, isn't she? And one of you, kind viewers, has mentioned that that is actually really powerful. Because, of course, it allows you to uncurse the many cursed items that you find. That's true, but my aversion to remove curse is basically the fact that it damages you. So it's a real risk to use. Presumably, as you advance further and gain more health, it becomes less of a risk. But just for a bit of a change of pace, I'm going to try her out. Forth the Sinister. Let's go, Forth. Let's go Forth. Yeah. Alright, so, blue gem, whatever. First things first, I need to learn the spell. There we go, Absorb Curse. Not a combat spell, of course, but it does mean that we don't have to worry as much about trying out things like bits of equipment. Because we can uncurse them and remove them through the power of our magical ability. Alright, no meat so far. There's just the carrot, basically. Short sword is probably too large a metallic weapon to risk with a spellcaster class. I'm going to try chucking this fluorescent potion. Potion of blindness. It's alright. Not sufficiently alright, though. They absolutely ripped us to pieces. So, let's start over. I'll give the Sorceress another go. I'm not feeling really positive about her, I have to say. Feeling pretty bad, actually. Again, probably put more points into dexterity there. Alright, let's go. Audrerine the Wicked. Let's see if being wicked helps. Alright, chest straight away. Lamp. Yeah, what? I'm going to rub it. I'm going to rub it right now. Which is something I say all the time. And it's just oily. So, I'll just pick up my stuff. And equip it. I have a cursed dagger. Actually, I have a cursed staff as well. They're both cursed. I forgot that about the Sorceress. Her stuff starts off cursed. Well, let's take the opportunity to switch to the dagger. Okay. Pear is alright. I'll eat it now. Because we're bound to start getting hungry soon anyway. Cloak is potentially alright. Some of them are good, like they have a permanent invisibility effect, for instance. Come on, cat, help me out here. Any meat? Yes. Alright. Again, that should help fend off the advance of hunger a little bit. Might as well kill that thing. Try and gain some dagger skill from doing so. Don't make the same mistake as your sorcerer counterpart did, just leaping down the ladder. We've picked up an amulet or pendant of some sort, so if we can find and identify, that would be good. In fact, let's do that now, see if that's what this is. It is! Alright. Amulet of Strangulation. Yeah, obviously don't want that. What about the Faded Pall? Uncursed Elven Cloak. -2. So both of the items we identified there are complete bum. So let's just chuck them aside. I just realised that we haven't learnt our spell yet with this Sorceress. So get that out of the way. Don't want to find myself in a position where I want to use that and don't have time to read it and, you know, that would be bad. Somehow actually managed to kill the jackal. Still no food, really. No food at all, in fact. The bits of meat that we found, but a carrot. Well, it's better than nothing. I am going to rest here because we've lost a little bit of health. Oh my god, that one-hitted me. Are you serious? That is ridiculous. Wow. Okay, I really hate the Sorceress. Okay. Simply because we haven't done one for a while, I'm going to try a Huntsman run. I do feel that it's kind of a waste, because I don't think... I don't think the Huntsman or the Huntress really have much advantage. I think they often end up having to fight hand-to-hand anyway, because you generally can't kill enemies quickly enough to finish them off before they reach you, case in point. And they're not really that able to use magic either. So I feel like they have very little going for them. Most of the character classes are a trade-off. Either you're good with magic, but you're bad at fighting, or vice versa. And I feel like the hunting classes are neither. They're bad at fighting, and they're bad at spellcasting. Right, let's at least try and weaken these guys before they get to us. Kobold coming in from the other side is, of course, an issue. But our pet took care of it. I did pick up a spell book a moment ago because I want to try reading it and just see if we can learn a spell. No. And I was going to say learn a spell and have a reasonable chance of casting it. So at the moment we're having to do the spellcaster thing of relying very heavily on our pet to do the fighting for us, because although we're not a spellcasting class, we're sure as hell not a fighting class. So I think we're going to have a serious issue here, and I don't think I've ever done spectacularly well with one of the hunting classes. I feel like they're generally pretty tough. They're probably a bit more of an expert class, you know, for people who are more accomplished at WazHack than I am. But we'll see how it goes. Let's pop an arrow into these two. Of course, the kobold is upon me in seconds flat. Alright. Any food? No, just the stuff I'm already carrying. Gem, probably not worth climbing the ladder for, but since I was up there anyway. Okay, that's it for this floor. Another spellbook. Again, probably can't read it, but I'll have a go. Nope. So the Huntsman just can't read. Illiterate Robin Hood that he is. So, I will try out some scrolls, now we have 4. Having said that, if there's an identify... Okay, we could identify the mittens, maybe the lamp, the potion. There's a couple of things, I guess. So let's try. Remove curse. Removed itself, of course. Magic mapping, doesn't interest me. Cursed scroll of light is a pain in the ass. Identify. So, let's identify the mittens first. Cursed pair of +1 gauntlets of dexterity. So they're cursed, so we won't be able to take them off, but at least they have a positive effect. So I am probably going to just put those on. Let's identify the... I don't know. I'm tempted to say the lamp to find out if there's a genie in it. Let's do it. Uncursed oil lamp. So probably not a genie lamp then. Yeah. Alright. Another identify. So I could identify that potion, but that seems like a waste of the scroll, really. Yeah, don't want all your weapons, thank you very much. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to put those gauntlets on. Again, they are cursed, but at least they do have a positive effect. They didn't look like they'd make you more dexterous, but, yeah. Deceptive appearances and all that. And coming from someone who is something of a grammar pedant, that phrase, famous phrase, appearances can be deceiving, should be deceptive. Deceiving is an unacceptable word there, in my opinion. What's that? A gigantic donut? Oh, loaf of bread. Okay. Large kobold innards are usually not poisonous, so we'll scarf those. I might as well eat the bread, to be honest. And we're still not full, so we must have been very close to becoming hungry. Okay. So yeah, the phrase should be appearances can be deceptive. I've only ever heard that said correctly once or twice. Okay. So here's the other use of the otherwise pretty rubbish Create Monster wand, which is Beast Mastery. If you get 3 levels of Beast Mastery and you use Create Monster, then they're always on your side. Also, it says Charming is twice as effective, but I have no idea how to charm creatures. I've never come across a way to do so, as far as I'm aware. Weapon knowledge doesn't really interest me. Weapon precision might be good. Make our bow more effective, I guess. So let's take that. Green mold. It's probably not worth killing either of those. Okay, I'll beat this one down though, because that can't really hurt me. I will pop an arrow into this guy, then finish him off by bashing him with a bow, wielded in a ridiculously large oven mitt. Oh, crap. Oh well, at least it teleported us to a safe area. But I do want to go and get that gem that I nearly reached. I'm going to take first aid here. Just because I have a creeping feeling that we're going to take a lot of damage. So I'd like to be able to heal from it as effectively as possible. Alright. Okay, another potion. I don't feel like we're running into anything that's really going to shape the game for us here. I've been hoping for an item that will sort of show us where the game is going to go. A good weapon, a good scroll, I don't know, something. With a magic user, I'd say a spellbook, a good spellbook. But I'm not really sure what to expect from an archery class. Something to show us the way forward. I'm going to use Remove Curse. Oh, it was a cursed one again. I was hoping it to decurse my mittens, but it just decursed itself. As they so often do. I'm going to try using some potions. Levitation. Shit. At least it'll wear off, but still, it means you can't pick anything up until the effect has passed. Which is a pain. Can't pick up food, can't pick up, any item off the floor. Can't pick up that lamp. Okay, so it's gone now. That's good. Okay, a wand. Once we've got rid of that sack business. So, a wand is definitely worth picking up. Could be cursed, of course. So I probably should have... Yeah, I was going to say, I probably should have checked that out first. Before using it. Because, of course, if you're an archer, you need both hands. Doing something that potentially incapacitates your other hand is a bad move. I don't know if we have any healing potions. We're basically just relying on doing it the old-fashioned way here. I'm going to read this in case it's teleport. No. Scroll of Fire finished us off. So today is not the day that our series of unfortunate runs ends. But all we can do is persist, and sooner or later we will begin to make some progress through WazHack once again. So thanks for watching as always. Until next time, bye for now.